I'm here with Nigel Chapman, who's the CEO of Plan International, which is one of our longest standing partners on Skills to Succeed. So Nigel, thank you for joining us today.
A pleasure.
Our partnership is quite long standing, as I just said. Tell us about working with Accenture.
Well, we really enjoy working with Accenture, can I say. You really deliver, and we also try and deliver. The partnership on Skills to Succeed has been going for a number of years, and it's started in Asia, and has had phenomenally good results in terms of matching young people who work in planned communities, who live there, with the skills to either get a permanent job or to set up their own enterprise, their own little business, and grow from that. So, you look at some of the percentages in somewhere like Vietnam, it's been something like 90% of the thousands of young people who've been involved in these schemes are employed gainfully, as it were, within 6 months, and they stay gainfully employed, so it's a fantastic story.
Obviously, the challenge now is to take those results, understanding what works, replicate them, scale them, and that's something that probably we can't do on our own. So late last year, we were founding partners of a new initiative, Solutions for Youth Employment, which was launched at the World Bank annual meeting.
With great jamboree.
It was. And talk to us about your participation in that initiative.
Well, Plan, alongside Accenture, are one of the founding members of that coalition. And the reason why we want to be part of it is we realise that, on our own we can't solve it. And with great respect to Accenture, the two of us can't solve it, because the scale of what we're trying to do is so enormous and growing. So we want to encourage the private sector to come forward with this coalition, to work with us, and we want to share the learnings of our good work. And the 3 L's are what this coalition's about. It's about leverage of good ideas, it's about learning from each other, and it's about linkage. And there is a bit of a vacuum in this space. I mean, a lot of people talk about working together to solve youth employment. It's a huge issue, but there's not the mechanism sometimes to get the talking right, to get the partnerships right. And with Accenture's cachet and its brand, with Plan's long experience of working in communities, with other INGOs, and then hopefully getting the Microsofts, the Coca-Colas, some of the big blue chip companies, the Barclays, to come and join, then we'll be able to get the sort of leverage we're looking for and start the sort of schemes and build on the sort of schemes which have been so successful when we've been working together in Asia and soon in Latin America as well.
Well, certainly there's no shortage of discussion about the problem itself, and it's still big and it's still growing, and so I think it's important that we are able to create these more sophisticated partnerships and collective action initiatives to work together. And of course the private sector is very important to that, as you said. I think it creates 9 out of 10 of the jobs in the developing world, and so if those employers and those companies are not at the table, there'll be something missing, and we'll never really get the scale.
There'll be a huge lot missing, because you just won't get the jobs. Yeah. But also I think while governments articulate the scale of the challenge, they don't actually have the solutions yet to it. And I think a lot of people in government are frightened and worried about it. It's not just by the way, in the developing world, where you've got a lot of very fragile jobs and not enough jobs, but even in the United Kingdom and in the so-called developed world, you've got a shortage of jobs for young people. And at the heart of this really is the social fabric of these communities. If people don't have meaningful work when they leave college or training or university, or however they've managed to get the skills, then they just disappear off the edge of the world, really, in disillusionment and unhappiness. And that is not just a great tragedy because of their potential being wasted, but also it's a great loss of society and actually a destabilising impact upon society. Yes. And therefore that's why it's so important.
Well, that's very clear in many parts of the world today already. So we're excited about the fact that we're going to meet our own Skills to Succeed goal of skilling 700,000 people by 2015 to get a job or start a business. So we look forward to working with Plan on that into the next phase.
Thank you very much, Jill. Thank you.
Thanks, Nigel.